Hello everyone and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Time to start a new game and play a pure Natsuki route. Last time was a pure Sayori route, but this time we're going to see everything that Natsuki has to offer. And who knows, maybe I'll like her marginally more. Yeah, okay, so all this... thank God for the skip function. Dear Christ. So I guess I gotta, like, talk a little bit until you hit... Oh, hey, no, we're already there. Cool. Alright, Natsuki words. Cute stuff. Cute shit. Giggle sounds pretty cute. Kawaii, of course. Awesome? No? That's a Sayori word. Cool. Lollipop. There we go. Milk. There we go. She likes cooking. Doki Doki. Sugar. Mouse. Those are pretty cute. Papa. That's a word of hers because she suffers from domestic abuse. Oh, twirl. Twirl is definitely Natsuki. Kiss? Yeah. And of course, cute. Boop! Natsuki's pretty easy to write for. Nibble. Kitty! Sweet? Nope. Okay. Alright, too bad. Party? No, that's also Sayori. Feather. Also Sayori. Okay. And here I was saying that Natsuki's easy to write for. Heart. Really? God, I hope I don't accidentally get another Sayori route. Alright, time to see if I... Hey! Okay, Natsuki, here we go! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot! See, here she says freaking, but then she says fucking in the... which I don't hate. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes? Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Me, I'm pretty into it. I read a little bit of Pumpkin Scissors, some of that Phoenix Wright manga. I do like the Phoenix Wright series. Maybe I'll do a Let's Play of it. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. And I've also read most manga series before I see the actual anime, like Full Metal Alchemist and Naruto. I read some of the manga before getting into the anime. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Okay, chill. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Now don't get me wrong, manga is not my most preferred form of literature. That'd be young adult fantasy. What can I say? I like Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and its derivatives. Ah, much better! Not the Hunger Games so much. Certainly not Divergent. God, that was a slog to get through. Oh, shit, I missed something. Seeing a box with one missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life, probably because it's fictional. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door! She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. You can tell what I'm thinking by the tone of my voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Ryan. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact... Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why! She shoves the book right into my hands. See, I didn't get it. Books are one of those things you can bring up without having to, like, give into copyright law. So why the hell don't they just use canon, real books that actually exist? I mean, I get that in Yuri's case, it's to illustrate a character, but there's plenty of books that'll illustrate a character. Like 13 Reasons Why. Nah, that's more of a Sayori thing, I guess. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Like this game! Don't just stand there! Ooh ah! What the hell am I doing? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work! We can't read at the same time like that! Eh, why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You'll make me feel weird about it! Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry? I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. Oh, come on, dude. She's clearly underage. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. I hear ya. Lucky Star, I tried to get into it once, but God, it was first episode, just a big old talk about how to eat an ice cream cone properly. I know it's not ice cream, just don't get mad at me, okay? So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning's about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Yeah, but that's boring. We can have plot that develops the characters. That's a thing you can do. And besides, it's still entertaining. It is not. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. This had better be a fucking Clannad and not a fucking Lucky Star, okay? Clannad I could get into. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Ooh-ah. What's up with all my ooh-ahs all of a sudden? Ooh-ah! Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. This isn't even my final form! Kakarot! Good save! Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah... What does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. It's called Parfait Girls, dude. Of course there's a lot of baking. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. I can't ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Are you kidding me? I got very much into blasting people away with incredible waves of power as soon as I started reading the Dragon Ball manga. That's a lie, I did not read the Dragon Ball manga. I could not get through it. But I have seen like every episode of Dragon Ball and Z. Still have yet to catch up to Super. Just kind of lost me after a while. Definitely not a coincidence. And I've only seen the first few episodes of GT. I wanted to get into it ironically, to show that I didn't really care about it, but it was legit bad. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, she's very cute. We read on for a few minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have a whole lot of my dad's old comics from like the 80s. American comics, obviously, not manga. And I highly recommend old X Factor. That was a good-ass serial. You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. Maybe you like spiders. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, hey, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. That's probably harder for someone like you. See, I'm a nerd, so I gravitate towards other nerds. That's why I play Magic the Gathering and play video games and still read manga and comic books and go to all the Marvel movies. All that good shit. And read Homestuck, of course. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, that sounds like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens! Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter! Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Yeah, I wish I had friends to share that sort of thing with. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Baka! Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? No. Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course! It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you! By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind with the shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then! I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. Okay, and skipping. Of course. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Ryan. Having a good time so far? Yeah. So then, let's see your thoughts on my poem. I like it, Ryan. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. One of my personal favorites. Geez, how did it go? He had blue skin and hit it. Something like that. And then she had blue skin and hid it too. They searched for blue their whole life through and passed each other by. It goes something like that. It's called Blue Skin. Look it up. It's really powerful and I like it a lot. Basically, it's about how two people who have a lot in common but don't want to show it off because it's weird end up not even realizing that they both like it and they pass each other by. I feel like that happens a lot in today's judgmental society. Like, if I tell anyone I like My Little Pony, like, they instantly think that I'm some fedora-tipping milady, brony, autistic type guy. I'm not, I just like the show for, you know, the characters, and there's some pretty cool scenes in it. But people have this preconceived notion, and as a result, I end up getting a lot of hate. Same deal with Homestuck, you know? You can't just say, I like Homestuck. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Okay. And of course the problem is you absolutely have to worry about impressing them. Okay, so we've seen like all this bit from Yuri before. Hey Natsuki, I want to see your reaction to this. Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what was the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go, well it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. You went and ruined it! I hope you're happy! So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, don't you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Gotta hate those tsundere girls. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Alright, and there we go. Alright, Sayori. Let's see how you feel about this one. This is a good poem, Ryan. Are you sure it's your first time? I put a lot of Sayori stuff in it. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Oh, yep, all this stuff. I've seen it before. Alrighty. And then we've seen all that stuff. And thank God for the skip button. Okay, so this time I'm gonna take Natsuki's side. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. Sort of like a Thomas Jefferson approach. Of course, he said you should use a few big words as opposed to a lot of little ones. But instead, Natsuki just uses a few small words. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Haha! Shows how much you know! That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Me? But she was so mean to me! Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. Looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over at my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so... you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Ryan. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Will everyone stop staring at me?! Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, think about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Ryan. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club is responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all! There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a little bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Yeah, about what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Alright. I've gone a little over my time, but that's fine. I'm going to call it here, ladies and gentlemen. So, everyone have a delightful day. Drive safely, and I'll see you in the next episode of Psychoboy Plays Doki Doki Literature Club.